The Wicked Stepmother. This happened when I was a kid, around 10 or 11. I grew up in a small village in Ghana, way out in the countryside. Life there was simple. Everyone knew everyone, and rumors spread fast. We had no phones or electricity back then, so we mostly kept ourselves busy with farming, chores, and each other's company. My mother died when I was very young, maybe 3 or 4. I don't remember her face. I only have one picture of her, and it's faded now. After she died, my father married another woman. Her name was Aniaba, but I never liked calling her that. She wasn't like the other women in our village. She was always quiet, always watching people with these dark, narrow eyes. At first, she seemed okay. She cooked for us, washed our clothes, and acted like a good wife. But things changed after a few months. She started treating me differently, especially when my father wasn't around. I would catch her glaring at me when she thought I wasn't looking. She never hit me, but sometimes her words were worse. She'd whisper things like, "You're just like your mother, too stubborn for your own good." One day, my father told me he had to travel to another town for work. He was a trader and sometimes would be gone for a week or more. The morning he left, Auntie Abba's whole attitude changed. She wasn't pretending to be nice anymore. That day, she made me sweep the whole house twice, fetch water from the river 3 times, and clean the chicken coop. When I complained that I was tired, she just looked at me with those dark eyes and said, "Tired? You've only just begun." I remember one night, a few days after my father had left, she came into my room while I was sleeping. I woke up to the feeling of her cold fingers on my face. I was scared, too scared to move. She was just staring at me, her face lit by the dim light of a lantern. She leaned close to my ear and whispered, "Your mother thought she could escape me. But you're mine." The next day, she sent me to the forest to collect firewood. It was getting dark, and I was scared to be out there alone, but I didn't dare argue with her. She said if I came back without enough wood, I wouldn't eat that night. So I went. The forest was thick, and the deeper I went, the darker it got. I tried to be quick, but everything sounded louder in the dark: the crickets, the rustling leaves, even my own footsteps. As I was picking up sticks, I heard something behind me. At first, I thought it was an animal, maybe a wild dog, but when I turned around, there was nothing there. Then I heard it again: soft footsteps, like someone was walking barefoot. I froze, listening, my heart pounding so hard it hurt. That's when I saw her, my stepmother. She was just standing there, a few feet away, dressed in all black. Even though I didn't hear her approach, her eyes were glowing in the darkness. She didn't say anything. She just stood there, smiling, like she knew something terrible was about to happen.